The UK government has announced today that with immediate effect, all Trinidad and Tobago nationals will need a visa before traveling to the UK. The decision to introduce a visa requirement has been taken due to the significant amount of Trinidad and Tobago nationals coming to the UK as visitors only to seek asylum on arrival. It is being seen as a misuse of the immigration system. However, the British High Commission says the UK's relationship with Trinidad and Tobago remains a strong and friendly one. 47-year-old woman from Laramine, whose abusive husband was killed by her co-worker after she told the co-worker about her plight, has been freed. The woman has completed her sentence on remand, while the co-worker is set to be released in a year and 9 months. The husband was killed on March 15, 2008, when the co-worker asked the husband to accompany him to a bar in Faizabad for some drinks. While they were having drinks, the husband made a few racist remarks to the co-worker and they had a brief scuffle. However, they continued drinking and eventually left the bar together. Hours later, the husband's body was found in a road near the bar. During his arrest, the co-worker told police that the husband was heavily intoxicated while they were walking back to his car and continued making racist remarks towards the co-worker, which led to another scuffle. During the scuffle, the co-worker slit the husband's throat with a knife, took his wallet and threw it away along with the knife. He told police that the wife told him about the physical abuse she was suffering from her husband and asked him for assistance in addressing the situation. I ain't gonna lie, this country has always had crazy stories. But what do y'all think about this story? Do y'all think that there was a love affair between the co-worker and the wife? What would make someone kill someone for a co-worker? Y'all go let me know. A police officer is being investigated for allegedly opening fire on his ex-spouse and a new partner last night in Arima. Police said that around 10 p.m, the ex-wife and a new partner were heading west when a vehicle pulled in front of them, causing them to stop. The ex-husband exited the car, drew his pistol, and walked towards the couple. Seeing this, the woman's new partner sped off as gunshots could be heard being fired behind their vehicle. The couple made their way to the La Hokata police station and made their report. Upon doing their checks, police found a bullet hole on the left back door of the vehicle. While at the station, the woman's ex-husband walked in. He was immediately arrested and his gun confiscated. He told the police that he got a call from one of his wife's friends. Her new partner had taken away her phone and that she looked in distress. He told the officers that he went to try to meet the couple and stop the new partner from harming her. He said when they drove off, he opened fire at the car, aiming for the tires, but he missed. What do y'all think about this story? This is a crazy story. Honestly, it sounds like a poor excuse on behalf of the ex-husband. Honestly, it sounds like a Tyler Perry movie. Honestly, what's the worst excuse someone has ever given you? And guys, be very careful out there, because this is a wild country we're living in. The upcoming general elections must be held on or before November the 28th, 2025. And this brings us to the question, who is the Prime Minister designate Stuart Young? Stuart Young has held multiple positions under this current government. He is someone that the people would laughingly call the Minister of Everything. Looking in from the outside, it always looked like Stuart Young was being groomed for the position of Prime Minister. As time has passed, this seems more and more true. Stuart Young is currently 50 years old and he has had his share of bacchanal under the political spotlight. Recently, he made a very obscene comment against the opposition leader in Parliament. He has also had to bear the weight of an ex-lover's child as she was arrested for drug offences. He also faced a no-confidence motion in Parliament over his performance as National Security Minister. The poor performance of Stuart Young as the Minister of National Security has been overshadowed by the current Minister of National Security, Fitzgerald Hines. So will the country be in safe hands under Stuart Young's leadership as the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago for the next few months? Only time. Prime Minister Dr. Kit Rowley has vowed to protect Trinidad and Tobago's sovereignty, even if that means never returning to the United States. The Prime Minister addressed concerns on the United States' stance on Cuban labor, particularly the interpretation of Cuba's medical program as human trafficking. The Prime Minister raised the point that Trinidad and Tobago hires specialists from other countries to work in the nation's hospitals. Honestly, the 16th of March couldn't come any sooner. This is a very tricky subject, but is this the hill that we want to die on? Because we could bring doctors to work in the country, but we can't hire our local doctors. We have them on contract. We've all seen what Donald Trump has been doing to other countries, and I'm asking y'all, does Trinidad and Tobago want to be on Trump's radar? Because this strong stance by Dr. Kit Rowley is basically saying that he doesn't stand with the United States. He's standing with people that the United States doesn't class as allies. Cuba, Venezuela, etc. But since Dr. Kit Rowley has taken such a big stance on this issue, I guess we're going to see what the US could do. I hope that Trump understand that Rowley and his government's views are not the views of the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. You'll go let me know what you'll think about this story.